Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Angular Getting Started, part 2. Here we're going to talk about how to set up the local environment by installing the required softwares and then create a new project and we'll start from the scratch. I will also provide you the GitHub URL where you can download the initial project and you can start from there as well. Without delay, come let's get started. These are the softwares that you need. Visual Studio IDE is the one that I'm using for the whole course to demonstrate this. So I need Visual Studio Code and then we need to install the Angular globally. I'll give you the command and then we have to install the Node.js. Because this Angular is fully based out of the TypeScript, Visual Studio has inbuilt TypeScript supports and so we will use the TypeScript from there. So open up the command prompt and type node -- version. This will tell you what node version you have. If you don't have, don't worry, I'll tell you where to download. Next you type ng -- version. This will give you entire versions of Node, NPM and Angular. Let's wait for it. It's reading. And yes, these are the versions, all good. So if you don't have any of these things, next you need to do is visit this website, which I'm going to show you right away. Go to nodejs.org and download the recommended version. As of this recording, 16.13 is the long-term support version. So I downloaded that and installed. Go to code.visualstudio.com and download the software for your Windows or Mac. You can click on that button and then select whichever version you have based out of your OS. Now what we are going to do is we are going to install the Angular CLI. So npm install -g stands for global and you say Angular/CLI. So this will install the latest CLI version of Angular and then that will be ready for us to go. Alright, so I have installed it already, so I didn't do it. So you use that command to install from your machine. This is the GitHub URL where my initial project has been placed. So you can go here, which is github.com, and I'll give you the link. And you can go and click on the code. Either you download the entire zip, that will give you the whole file, or you can click on this and clone that in your local. Open your Visual Studio Code, click on clone repository and type the URL that you copied from the GitHub. So if you copy this and then place enter, it will ask you to clone it in your local. You can do that and run the application. That's one way, but let's do this from scratch. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my location where I'm going to create my project. So I created a cmd command from there. So it opened up this directory. And from here, what you need to do is you just need to type this command ng new and then followed by the project name. So this is Angular Getting Started. So my project name is Angular Getting Started. Once you enter this, it is going to ask you a couple of questions. First one is it's going to ask you about the CSS that you wanted to use. You can use the regular CSS, SCSS, all those things. So this is routing thing. For routing, we will say no, followed by the CSS. We will select the CSS, whichever you want. I'm selecting CSS. And then once you enter that, it is going to install the npm packages. So once this is getting installed, I'll explain you in the next clip about the default project that was created and each one of the file. Okay, so let's wait for a moment while it is getting installed. Okay, after a couple of minutes, the entire package has been installed. And now what we are going to do is we are going to navigate back to the directory that was created, which is Angular Getting Started. So I changed cd and then followed by the project name. I'm inside this. Now what you can do is you can use this command code space dot. This will open up your project in Visual Studio Code. Now we have opened the project in Visual Studio Code. Now what you need to do is you can go to the terminal and create a new terminal. Now the terminal is opened and there is only one command now for you to run the application. It is ng-serve. Once you put ng-serve, it will default open in the port 4200. ng-serve will going to build the application and run the application in a default port. The default port is 4200. So it's building the application. It's generating all the files that is required for the default template. Alright, the application is built. Now you can open up that port which is localhost slash 4200. So if I open up that in a browser, what you will see is a predefined template done by the Angular team. So this is what you will get. If you see the screen, good, you succeeded in opening a sample application. Now the next video will demonstrate what are the files they are present in this project, and we'll go one by one and then we'll start our coding. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel, like it, share it, comment it, and never forget to click on the bell icon.